Yo, 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 yo. What's up, y'all? What up, what up? What up, Dank? What up, Zen King? What up, T-Law Fitness? Leader. T-Law Fitness with the calling all Zen billionaires. Calling all Zen billionaires to come into the chat, as it should be. Maybe that was the, nope. Hey, I'm gonna have to figure this one out. I might have to just go in and really buy a live stream setup. Y'all know, if you've been here from the very beginning, you know damn well I'm just using my DJ shit. I'm just using my DJ shit. And that's how authentic the show has been the whole time. If this is even a show, I guess it's a show. Man. What the fuck is happening, y'all? Remember, this is just a show. Just entertainment. Crypto will get you wrecked as usual. They starting to relax now. You know, crime is legal in crypto. So, you know, this is the, I'm still trying to, you know, I ain't telling you what the fuck it do, bro. Not at all. Hold on. Look at this light, bright as hell. 2 more clicks to the downside. But what's up, y'all? This your boy, Crypto Bruh, aka Mo World Peace, the DJ / producer, coming back again with another one. I haven't actually said those words in a long time because what the fuck, you know, just doing my thing. But today is, the calendar says, February 13th, Thursday, 2025. And again, we're closer to everything, right? Literally, month is blowing away. I'm fighting all of my real life finance shit right now. You know, you put on the boxing gloves between the 10th and the 18th when you about to fight some shit financially, so you could be like, you know what? Fuck you, actually. We're going to meet in the middle here. We're going to negotiate in this new America. We're going to negotiate, all right? I'm like renegotiating everything right now, and I'm just waiting to where they like, oh, we need the money. Fuck it. Give Crypto Brother deal. Cause we need the money. And yeah, I feel like that's what's really happening in the real world. Like everywhere I go, people wanna know who we are. Hey. So we tell them. No, I'm just kidding. You can make whatever chance you want to make. What up, Tree City West? Hey, we're going to talk about Tree City West coming in the building. Nice looking website, bro. Nice looking website. This shit is tight. Later in the stream, we'll go through the Git book. We'll look at this this awesomeness and see what is cooking for the Zen burner. But yeah, there's a Zen burner on the way. Big ups to the bro. Cooking, doing his thing. Again, that's the best part about Zen World right now. The raw's talent is happening or is here right now, and you're gonna see a lot of dope shit start to pop up because it's too easy now, in a sense, to identify where the value is in Zen, like how to actually get value. Oh, I need to turn this music down. Sorry. How to actually get value from Zen, right? A lot of people, again, they're floating around our network and they have no clue what's actually going on. They're just going through the motions, local motions. They're going through the local motions, right? Something that's been trending, and I think, again, it might be because of the energy of the Love Day that's happening tomorrow. That emotion seems to be this week's theme, right? And the thing that I was pointing out on stream was, like, when you really think of the word, like, emotion, like, motion is what brings anything anywhere. So when you it's like crypto, like when you allow something else to be there, it's gonna fuck with your motion, right? And that's like what it is. Like, don't trade or don't get into a predicament with emotion. Like, try your best to remove all the E out of that motion so that you can make the right decision. And this is, again, where I'm at with the whole space in general. The whole space is emotional. So big ups to people who are just doing their thing, catching the Zen and trying to figure out that next angle for, you know, the next 30, 60, 90, 100, and so on days, because it don't stop in the Zen network. Like, again, the one of the goals for Zen network is to make it a something that's happening by the second. Right now, Zen network might be producing C ranks or participants like every few hours or few minutes. It's probably the average probably is like every few minutes, because there's always people minting, or we don't have that yet. Like, we don't have a page that's showing us like a call or something, like where somebody's written a script to see every single time a new C rank is made, and it's like a whole dedicated website or stats based on like the G rank and its importance to the overall network, right? It doesn't matter where you go to grab the G rank unless you're like really looking for profit. And that's kind of like why, again, it's like we got a lot of moon boys and girls in our chart right now, because they know this shit's gonna go crazy due to how sovereign the experiences are. Like, you're owning your crypto from any interaction you have with the Zen, right? I was saying Zen is like energy, and if energy is everywhere and technically you're supposed to be able to grab it, why wouldn't you be able to harness that in crypto as well, right? A lot of people believe that shit with like Ethereum and whatever's a big coin. If you get to their maxi, it's typically because they love the brand less than they love the technology. Right? Zen is 100% tech. Like, there's no middleman. There's no admin keys. There's no backdoors. It's just blockchain and the end. Fill the block if you want. Fill it with as much as you can. Build a strategy. Blah, blah, blah. All that good shit. But that's what makes Zen better than everything else in the space right now. Is that it has completely stripped any sort of ownership away from the experience. It's 100% about you. Like, I was talking, I'm just walking around stirring shit up, and I'm trying to see when is this gonna like really rug? Like, when is it gonna really rug? And is that even gonna really happen? Because everybody has very strong hands right now. Because it's, again, we're dealing with like whales that have hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, they're not fucking worried about tomorrow. Feel me? Like, they ain't here chatting. They painting the chart, and I see the chart. But then at the same time, I know they're at war. Well, because we're all at war, right? We want this thing to go up to where its real value is. Like, when you compare Zen in a research manner versus a lot of different tokens, it doesn't really make any sense why its market cap is $22 million. Like, it makes no sense for how much tech is coming, as well as how we can build on top of the Zen now that we understand the real application we're working with, right? We try to do this with Phoenix, DBZen, and I still think those are pretty good projects. Like, I really enjoy Phoenix. It just sucks that it doesn't have a leader, because it's not as energetic as Zen, and it needs a founder presence or it needs a community voice, and then that shit will. That's why I like Phoenix though. Like, all it takes is people to start really talking about it, and someone being like adamant about building like out the Phoenix world, essentially. Because the founder wants it to live a Zen life, right? He ain't gonna do nothing. It's like, yo, the token's around, like, right? One of the coolest things about Zen is the fact that you can burn, or there's like multiple ways to fork Zen. And I would say like DBZen and Phoenix were like our first, or like prototype ideologies of like, how do I fork Zen? Right? And still to this day, most people, they don't want to fork outside of the X1 ecosystem too far, right? Like, that's why a lot of people hold their Zen right now, because they know holding Zen means you're going to be in the fair crypto fork when you burn your Zen, I'm kind of just saying it like that just to bring some lingo together to, amp up the magnitude of what these decisions are that you're making with your Zen. Everybody's doing the same thing. And that's why it actually makes more sense in Zen right now to be by yourself and being like, and it being your game. Because when this takes off, it's you got into Zen under 100 million, so it doesn't really fucking matter, right? Like your $6,000 today does not really fucking matter. That's why whales are just dumping that shit left and right. That's why the wall of sell is, we already know where it's coming from. It's coming from the market makers on the exchanges, and they come and they make it rain, and some people follow. Or right now, this is where I'm at with it. Right now, I don't think people are following. We're just seeing it. Like, this is what the bottom of a bear market looks like. You know how everyone's like, we're in a bull? Like everyone's like, oh, we in a bull market. Blah, blah, blah. You gonna miss the bull. But I don't really talk about this on my channel because I'm not a trader. But I don't really think we're missing, no one's like missed anything. Like, yeah, it went from, 73 to 100K, which is $30,000, which is awesome. And then it went from 2013, this shit went from right here. This shit went from 25 to 70, right? So that's another 50K, right? And where I'm at with the whole thing is, that ain't shit. Like, compared to when this went crazy in the beginning, that was a bull market. And the same with 16. Where's this shit at? Like, yo, you wanted to be in Bitcoin right here, my dude. You don't really give a fuck about this, because this is that's why it's like everyone's joining. So this is what we're waiting for. That probably will happen again in Bitcoin, and it'll be based on how you're leveraging your strategy. That's the last solo play in Bitcoin. You probably can get something like this here. I don't know how much percentage that is, but that's why they're squeezing the market from all angles. There's too much money to be made for that last leg of just like discovery, because no one's really here. People saying you missing the bull market, like, who the fuck are they? Okay, 9,000. All right, whatever. Let's move this shit up here. Damn, I got a lot of stuff on here. 69% lows. But yeah, where we are right now, like, you feel me? Like, where does this go? That's 12. Oh, well, that's 12 million per Bitcoin. And you know what's actually pretty wild is, that sounds like mad hopium. But the way that we're inflating and everything is going digital, and and the way that the old school thinks of Bitcoin is this thing where like they're waking up to like, oh, I can be on Solana and still have wrapped Bitcoin, or I can be on Ethereum and still have wrapped Bitcoin. Like they've actually removed the original idea that, yo, maybe we should hold our Bitcoins forever. Like, because it needs to be institutionalized. The application called Bitcoin is very clunky, so it needs a lot of support for it to work. And it work in this next layer of its app in Bitcoin works best if it's in control by fucking banks. Like, it is not. This is the next application in Bitcoin does not work if it's not in the hands of the bank. And the traders, they already sold your fucking Bitcoins, yo. That's why it's stupid to try to chase this shit. Like, it's like, it's gonna run. It's gonna run though, because we know it's gonna run. Like, the bull market hasn't really showed up. Theoretically, this is like bottom activities in a bear market. Like, right before this thing goes, like right now, think of it. If you're like super stupid and you thought that this full moon was gonna pump your bag, now you're sitting around thinking, damn, my bag didn't pump. And this is the second time this has happened, right? Because here you believed in it back in December. You were able to believe in it, and then you got a top. It's whatever they dumped on your head. Then here you got it again. January, they really got it. But if you've been hodling because you think it's going up, now you're asking yourself, like, oh shit, do I hold my Bitcoin or do I just like let it do its thing? And again, that's a very stupid way to look at the crypto markets, in my personal opinion. Like, why are you looking at it like it's money, like it's a trade, like it's not storage, like it's not yours, and so on and so on. So I'm just not sold yet that people are gonna, or you give me like the market can keep the dump alive, because there's still some Bitcoiners that see this as a discount because they're dreaming and they're under like the Michael Saylor radar in the Fred Krug radar. Like they're literally just telling them like, yo, don't worry, like if it goes down, we buy the red. And they have a lot of young people still in the Bitcoin concept. You have ordinals popping off. Still, you have actually OpenSea coming out with their 2.0. This is actually looking really good. I got the Zen NFTs up. So yeah, if you've been on the channel, you know we've been buying Zen NFTs, waiting for the day for more people to be incentivized, I guess, to want to participate in this particular part of it, of the ecosystem. But now you can almost trade Zen NFTs and you can rack up points on OpenSea. So this is going to be really funny to watch people start to play around with this side, because there's going to be opportunity, because you know this exists for you to use. Another tool that Zen just falls right into right into the mix, man. But I don't know what the prices is. I ain't looking yet. I just seen it up. But seeing this and watching them change, OpenSea. If you don't know the story of OpenSea, they were like gonna IPO like in 2001 or some shit, and then like the market crashed. So then like I don't remember if they did it or not, but I just remember like they were going to, market crash, and then they crashed out because people wanted them to do an airdrop. They didn't want to do it because they were trying to IPO, and it just was messy, right? Like OpenSea has been very messy, and that's why you have Magic Eden. They took that product market fit to the next level. They took it to the next level. They actually talked shit about them on Twitter today, on X, because when you hit all, they removed Solana from OpenSea. And Solana used to be here. I mean, unless, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of weird. So I don't know if OpenSea feels like they can't compete on Solana yet. So they're going to like amp. This is the only reason to do this, is to have business logic behind the strategy of not adding the most popular blockchain on earth right now. Right? Like, this is biz nasty logic by OpenSea. But it's a open invitation for those that want to participate in their biz nasty logic as they try to launch OpenSea to the public market. I think they can do it, actually, because they came first. I remember ugly OpenSea when it was fucking gross. So they just never had product market fit UX. That's always been their problem. They've never had product market fit UX. It's always been ass. It just got okay. That's why I'm like, man, this one's slick. They really concentrated their mind on today and where we're going. And that's what I mean. Like, yo, even the bigger companies have the same mentality as the Zen network, where it's not about fitting in, you know, or how do you say this? Like you want to fit in, but you want to be cutting edge. And you can't be the like main character and be cutting edge, because now you got to evolve. And if if the audience can't handle the pain, you're putting too much risk on it, right? You're putting too much risk on edging that, like, you know, or like being the number one, right? Magic Eden now is like number one. That's what I mean by product market fit. When you decide to do that, like, I'm gonna be number one. You got to keep that shit up, bro. You can't just give up. That's like one of the issues with a lot of ranking systems of today, in my opinion. Like, we've been too accustomed to like new people coming to the top, which is fine, you know. But when you like get into the research, that's why we love history, because you start to break down like how like like there's a revolution, or even like inventions, like seeing like the process of how you get to when it clicked and then it became like, oh shit, right? Like that's the milk and cookies. That middle part before is oh shit. And most brands want to stay right there, because that's where you actually make the most long-term revenue, because you can continue to change there and people really like your product market fit. So we'll see what happens with like Magic Eden. But yeah, you should go check this out. Go up here to the search. Yeah, type in Zen. And then you gotta type in, oh my bad, you type in Zen NFT. And then you'll see your Zen NFTs. They got the base ones, 73 cents, for real. Oh, you gotta watch out though. So yeah, the Zen NFTs, they have a grace period. It's coded. And what that grace period means is 7 days before it is available for maturity or minting, you can't transfer it. And then 7 days after it's in the maturity, you can't transfer it. And the reason for these 7-day buffers after the maturity date and before the maturity date is so that users aren't like selling you a Zen NFT that has like a penalty, like it's in penalty at the moment in time, right? Or, you know, again, giving you as like the secondhand buyer the opportunity to like have 7 days before it goes into, you know, production, that you could say, into maturity. So it really puts it on the lister to know like, okay, you know, I need to list this 7 days before it comes out, or you really do want to do like 14 days. And then you would have a better fun with the market. But right now, this is what I'm trying to get at. This is where I'm leading. You're going to see people posting Zen NFTs, and these NFTs are going to be expired. Right. And what's crazy is that this has 1% of whatever Zen is in here. And you could just like take these numbers and it will give you well, actually I don't know. Actually I don't know right now. If you could just take the numbers and drop them in. But you could just buy it. If you buy it, it'll tell you how much is inside of it. So like if you want to chance it and be like, "Oh, I'll spend 73 cents on this, maybe there's 1%." See, I know right now if this is 350 and the 35 million amp, this one probably has 3 million Zen inside of it, like somewhere around 3 million, maybe 5 million, between 5 and 3 million Zen is in here. So what you could do, this is CB Zen, right? You could come over here to CB Zen, and then you could just see how much, you know, 5 million Zen CB Zen would be, which is below the price of this fucking Zen NFT you see here. See, 5 million CB Zen right now is only 0.002 cents. So there's 2 zeros and a 2 cent. And if you went and bought this at 73 cents, now you're fucked. So be cautious trying to play this game, because this is a market of a deception if you're moving too fast. Because this person, it has the right to sell this NFT, because there's 1% of Zen inside, and they just believe, like, they're setting the price. They're like, yo, that shit to me is 73 cents, right? And it's like, oh damn, do I think that 5 million Zen is gonna be worth 73 cents in the future? Can it drop 2 0? Like, is CB Zen gonna drop 2 zeros and add 3 pips for me to make a successful trade here type shit? So like, that's the gamified side of this this narrative. Man, it looks so much better now. Fuck. They had such a clunky UI. Woo. We made it. We made it. God damn. If you, man, Blur sucked. I hate Blur. And like a lot of people are probably going to come out the woodworks, out the woo-wah, and they're going to be like, oh, you could have always had done this, right? Like you could have always done XeNFT trading on Blur. But I honestly think the Blur UX wasn't good. And it wasn't good at all. Like, this is why OpenSea could stay dormant. And this is why we saw Magic Eden essentially trying to find their proof of concept in real time. And now they finally have something, but it's weird how they just became a wallet. They might have been moving too fast. And that's kind of why I'm like, oh, shit. OpenSea, what an opportunity. Especially if they're going to wait to add Solana as like a banger. Like, oh, we're moving in, bitch, or some shit like that. We're doing a cross-chain NFT thing or something stupid. But yeah, this is like a lot of thought has gone into what this is. I wonder why this has like it has a rank rarity. But the rarest Zen NFTs you can get are the apexes. Damn, there's not that many apexes. Wait, yeah. Damn, there's not that many apexes. Man, I need to make more apexes. If there's any way to singular, like, so like, you know how like the Zen world is like gigantic. When I mean, like the library or the directory of like the things you can do in Zen is huge. The most simple thing you could do in Zen is make a fucking apex. You can make an apex and chill out, come back and mint the Zen and still be chilling because you got the apex. I wish they would have done something sexier with the redeem. Maybe one day we can burn these redeem ones into sexier things because that's kind of not sexy. Yuck. Zensu, that shit is yuck. It's not sexy, boy. But yeah, like if you want to get a real piece of the Zen world, I'd probably get one of these because with the gas being low, well, it's not so low right now, I guess. Remember, yeah, they changed the heat map. Oh, look at so the heat map's gonna move with time. Okay, I feel it. Maybe that was an update that was needed. Yo, deception. But yeah, right now, Gwei up at 3 because everybody's online and they got their quants trading on the Ethereum, heavy with the blobs. But yeah, when the gas low like this, and then you got Zen sitting in between this this decision. So what's gonna happen in Zen is there's gonna be a lot of whales or people with more capital than you. Because again, if you're watching the Crypto Bro channel and you're into Zen, you're probably putting in like a few $100s because you're looking for the information. I'm assuming you're looking for the information if you're on my fucking channel. Because we Scientologists over here, we don't know why the fuck you're over here with us. You know, like why are you in the lab not trying to find results? But we get it. You're looking for the information. You're throwing a couple $100 into Zen and you don't have time to lose that. I feel it. It's crypto. You haven't learned yet that this is a game that you're going to play forever. Right? Once you do your first claim in Zen, you join the gang. You're in the cult. You fucked up. You should have never claimed. Even if you do one vanilla, you fucked up. All right? You're here now. Welcome. Take a seat. All right? This information you're receiving, yes, it's alpha. Okay? But this is why I'm saying in your vault in Zen, you got vaulted shit. I got XENs. I got Zens. I got Zen cats. I got Dracula coins. I got a lot of the watch list, the Zen list, bro. We got a lot of these because you need these. These are the elements of the fucking periodic table for Zen, bro. If you really joining, if you ain't got these, if you don't understand these, that's the whole. That's Demore, DMR. Do more research. The real Demore. But yeah, do more research so you can learn about this shit. These are the other Pokemons you want to go get. solXEN, you probably gonna want to cash that one too. This one's easy to cash. There's a lot of people who do not understand. They're literally gonna burn solXEN in the fucking auction. Hello, like, what are you doing? But again, if you're here watching crypto, bro, I assume you're not throwing in thousands of dollars because we haven't reached that level yet. And we know we'll reach that level when we start seeing dudes in suits like show up and shit. And then like they're hella talking about Zen, very proper. and they're going to be trying to grab your coins because that's what the next movie is. Right? The next movie is all of a sudden you're rich. And you're like, oh, whoa. How did this occur? Right? And this is why you want to have one of these xeNFTs. You need a Pokemon xeNFT card, okay? If you don't get one of an Apex, you can get a Zunicorn, which is the most rare. There was only 100 of those, you know. But you can still, I think, if you go to Zen, here we go. Here, go to Torrents, mint Zen, right? So you can mint new Zen. Got the Apex. And then this one has like my opinion, because you can only do 100, so it ain't for the broke, right? That's why it's actually kind of good to do right now when gas is so low, because if you're saying to yourself you don't have a lot of capital to put into Zen and you need to move the right way, I can't get wrecked with my $100, I would probably put $100 into this, because this is like such a good piece of the Zen savings account, right? If you just max mint one of these things, you're for sure getting Zen, and you're getting a burn, which is going to give you X and T. So you hit 2 stones, right? And then, if you're getting the exotic, legendary, so you'll see as the rarity goes down, there's more Zen NFTs. So if you get a really rare one, like an exotic, right? There's like only 800 left. Like you've got one of those exotics, and there's only 10,000 of these, right? When people show up to fucking OpenSea in the fucking future because they're trying to join the gang, they want to get in the fucking cult now. They're like, oh man, I need one of these NFTs because there's only 10,000 and everybody minted them out. Like now you can throw yours up and it's already redeemed and you can still sell that shit because they don't give a fuck about the redeem. It's about having the ERC 721. There's only so many. The same with the Zunis. That's why I'm like, man, I wish I can get a Zuni. Is anyone selling a Zuni? No one's selling their Zunis. But you see here how there's 2 that are redeemed, and both of them are sitting just here at 26,000. Somebody's setting the floor. No, 26,000, my bad. 2,600. So that's the floor on a Zentarion. And what that's crazy too, because it's like you want to knock it like, man, Zen's down forever, but you can't knock the fact that there's only 100 of these out of 10,000 of these out of a giant network that's like going to be producing C ranks by the second in the near future, unless we get shut down on every single chain, which I'm so curious to be like, is that what happens? Is that the movie? Is the movie all of EVM canceling Zen or some shit like that? Because it's really in the home of it, like we are in the quorum of every single one of these blockchains. So like you should be able to make your Zen forever. We do know that there are, and then this is why again I stress about picking a good chain, because we've already seen bogus activity and you can't do nothing about it. You put your own self into that situation. You put the risk on yourself, dog, because you had the knowledge. Now that you're here trying to figure out what else is there, Ethereum is all you need to do. And if you need to test out Zen so you can get used to it, you're gonna need to do, you do more, go do more research. All right. And then after you do that, you're probably gonna find optimism in base, like I've been saying, because they're direct pipelines back to ETH, the closest in relation, right? So I'm telling you, you're just gonna end up in fucking one of these things, dude. And then what? That's why I'm like, I'm wondering where they go next. Which I think it could be Polygon, it could be Binance, but really, this optimism flow, this base flow, epic. Optimism is, I just like base more than the optimism on the side chain notion of proximity to Ethereum, because base has actual users, optimism doesn't. So optimism is going to be a lot of Zenians looking for opportunity, but there won't be a market, like a free market, right? You're going to have like, it's like Ethereum. Like, if you want the freest market in Zen, you want to be in Ethereum Zen, because that's where all the mindshare lives. 80% of the mindshare lives inside of the Ethereum Zen. Everything else, again, that's why that it is a free market to choose a cheaper chain, but none of the cheap chains are designed to maintain security for X1 chain. Like, because the block spaces are too cheap. And again, the end game is to choke out a blockchain and fuck their memory up, make their disk melt, just like EVMOS. EVMOS disk were melting. They're like, oh my God, we need to scale our disk. This fool Jack Levin, he burning our disk. Data center on fire. Right? Isn't that a big conversation you're hearing right now about memory? Our whole system is built on memory, dude. It's just crazy. I'm still decoding that part. I think that has something to do with like servers or some shit. It has to. But yeah, EVMOS, you could try to go tap in. I hear it's going up, but that's like the risk, right? You pick up a chain, some fuckery happens. There's not a lot of support because the vision is Ethereum. You're over here and it flops, and now you got to figure it out, or you got to round up the band. And again, this could be possible. Something I've been noticing is we've eliminated all sub 10,000 market cap. There is not one Zen coin in a $10,000 market cap, motherfuckers. Even XEN, which is the most questionable one, is in a $26,000 market cap, and it's at the bottom. And I don't know what it means. Right? It could be that they're burning the coins, so it's just the value's moving, and there's no one dumping. You know, there's nobody coming and doing the gesture of let me sell all my shit, because they're just burning it because that's the only way out. Right? Why would you sell back into EVMOS and you know, deal with the problem? That's why I'm thinking a lot of people are trying to get out before something happens where they can't even get the fuck out. Right? So this is helping this price or the market cap kind of find stability. And you'll see we only have 3 coins left under 100K. Phantom, Moonbeam, and XEN. And wouldn't you say to yourself, like, these are some of the most questionable Zens in the ecosystem because of the way the blockchain functions? You get me? Like, it's kind of like they're there for a reason, but there's an opportunity there for like a scammer. I say scammer because like a YouTuber is going to come and pick up like Phantom Zen and like send that shit, or like Moonbeam Zen. They're going to send it because there's nobody there, and a bunch of people will run after it. Cause yeah, everyone's chasing the burn. I'm not going to run after it. I got mints on Moonbeam, so I don't need to run after shit. It's like, that's what I'm saying. If you want to jump ahead of the crowd, if you could see that, like, oh, people would come over here and manipulate the price or the G rank, start your savings account, bro. Like, make some C ranks. And what are you waiting for? You fucking see it. Just make some C ranks. You see it, right? And like, again, that's why I like CBZen right now. You see how much ambiguity CBZen has? $123,000 market cap. This is the closest one in proximity to Zen ETH. Zen, dude. The only reason it's dumping is because, again, there's it's like a low cap supply. Like yeah, that's what I mean. There's no liquidity, and every time people buy, it takes a little bit of liquidity to dump the price. So what's funny about CBZen is when it's ready, it's gonna go dumber than all the rest of them. Right? Everyone is mentally setting the price on CBZen together. We're all in this together. Yeah, that's CBZen right now. We all know what the mission is, and thankfully the C rank allows us to all get on the same page, whether or not we want to or not. It's like the C rank, the global rank is like the ice in our network. Yeah, that's what that shit is. It's the fucking frozen part. It's the glacier. You run into this, it's gonna sink your boat if you try. If you do one uncalculated move, it'll sink your boat. And in CBZen, we had this part. This is the part of CBZen where everyone is has no answers for it. So yeah, we pumping in right now. We got all this C rank, but here, from all of this is what is why we have no CBZen out right now, right? This was the 200 days ago, or the 300 400 days ago era, right? And then you had this giant spike when gas changed on base. Somebody came in, made basically a million C ranks in one day. So whoever that is, shout outs to you. You're fucking winning right now, probably. I wonder when these come out. I don't have like the data on it. Somebody should see that. June. I wonder if I can bring that up. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Who cares? But yeah, what I'm trying to get at, because it's funny. It's like you could do that, right? And you basically pumped everybody's C ranks back here, and that's why we all had tons. Like if you mine on Mint CBZen, you were seeing 5 million or 5 billion, like this, like everything's 5 billion, right? And it's because that person blew up the C rank last year. Because now, like if I look at some of my newer ones, yeah, so now you'll see we're getting more time in the pool, or the minting pool, but we're getting less Zen. And by like, and what's so crazy is these numbers are huge. Like these are like, I was saying this last night in the spaces, like this is the part where these numbers are so big, it's unimaginable that like you're able to obtain this much stuff. And it's just because you're super early in this project. And like one day like this will be like you will fumble all of it if you don't understand right now like the impact of 1 year we're getting 5 billion and then the next year we're getting 4 billion. That means the next year it's going to be 3 billion, and that's only if it's turning, right? If this is like a turner or like whatever that shit's called, like a computer, whatever the fuck, that processing thing, like this has to like keep looping, whatever. The action, it needs to stay constant. Like the moment that the constant breaks, which is the G rank is purring at 1 million, like it was when it first started, because there was excitement, there was curiosity, right? And CBZen is suffering from I got it syndrome. What I mean, so everybody else had like okay, so yeah, this is actually pretty funny. XEN, I'm looking at XEN too. XEN is funny because we brought a bunch of Zenians here during the Spaces era. Everybody would talk on Spaces and they would like whisper Avalanche, and we didn't know what was going on. The thing was technically there was less Zen being made because the blocks are smaller on Avalanche, so the G rank was lower. So it created an environment where you could pump the token because there wasn't enough tokens flowing onto the decks to dump. So XEN was one of those first discovery chains of, oh shit, actually the G rank is on our side, and it blew the fuck up. Everybody showed up. But then of course it tapered off because it was not product market fit for the scenario, because Avalanche was so fucking weird, right? Let's look at Binance. That one's actually a really good one. Because Binance is weird. People had access to the lowest GUI. And we didn't even know that shit was possible. Like a lot of people didn't know that shit was possible. So look at Binance. Binance's shit is wrecked. Wrecked. This is why it's hard to pump Binance or to like get involved, because when you look at the way that it was, if today is 0 and this is the like data frequency coming out of like the incubator, I'm like, bro, that shit is retarded. Like compared to CBZen, I was like, oh, okay, CBZen had like, yeah, everybody was hella educated. So when they came in, they knew how to work the G rank. And the gas fees were so cheap, y'all fucked yourselves. Y'all should have been like, stop making C ranks, but it's the last one. Oh yeah, CBZen's the last Zen to come out. Well, next to OPZen, but I don't really count OPZen as the last Zen now because its AMP went to 0 or went to 1 in a year. CBZen is actually living out the 8-year inflationary period in a pre-existing cheap environment. Like this is, and that's what I'm saying. This one is kind of the most parallel to the Ethereum version that you can get, because people also aren't gonna burn their Ethereum on Base unless there is more incentive, rather than someone being on Binance who's working with BNB. That BNB has its own agenda versus Ethereum, which is an open sourced agenda. Hopefully, that's what we all hope. That is the open source agenda on ETH. We don't really know, but we hope. But we know for a fact it is not like that on fucking BNB. And that's why you see this type of characteristic within the Zen creation, right? We could look at Polygon. Polygon's probably going to look really, really good. MZen. I hope it does. I hope it looks really good. If not, then I know the motherfuckers that have just been mining this shit. And it would go back to my thesis that like CBZen is the one. Like it's the one that is going to be your test field. And I mean, Base is going up right now. Like we were on Base when it first dropped. We came out the same day. We pumped the gas and took the space. And we just been there the whole time. And I've been hanging out on Base and like trying to go to other fucking projects, and everything's whack. And CBZen's just chilling, taking up Base space as they increase their gas, giving possibly more opportunity, an upgrade in your VMU count, which would pump the G rank. Right? So that's why I'm like, yo, the G rank is weird because it's going to have historical moments. They're just not flags in the sand yet. And right now is one of those moments where you might want to think of the G rank as a 0. Like we've zeroed out. And now the number you're seeing, you need to see that times 3, times 4. And if it can't do that, then you need to hit the buy button. Like if you can't find the math, because I mean, I want to see you doing it. I want to see you making the G ranks, the C ranks, so I can see where my math is fucked up. Because my math ain't mathing no more on making a savings account in the ideology now of C ranks. Like it's like the savings account is really moving to the Zen token. Like you need the Zen token because they're undervalued, and you'd make more today than tomorrow for real. Like that's a for real because I haven't found the math yet. Besides, again, inflating it times 3, times 4, and then I go back to like, oh, okay, you got to have the Polygon. Like, okay, yeah, if you got the Polygon, you can help inflate the G rank. But how many normal people, because this is for mass adoption, actually have the Polygon, right? They might actually, they you know what I'm saying? So your risk, that's the super risk. It's going to be one person that pumps it, and then they're going to dump all their inflation. And that's what I mean. That's their blip in time in the G rank. People can come in and manipulate the G rank for a blip until 2027. 2027, AMP goes down to 1,500, and then the hard inflation, or how do you say it, the hyperinflation is no longer. It's just inflation. And so you could be like, like the hyperinflationary state is capped after 27. That's 2 years away. Like, what the fuck? We're in this fucking ship right now. And that's why maybe when the AMP goes down, we could see another boom in the G rank. But I just don't know yet. I don't want to really bet on that ideology that people fall in love with Zen and they understand. Like, I think people are kind of dumb and it's all planned out for them not to get it and for all the tokens to like just be sent. And then like if you're here today, you can build on all these parameters like industry level tools, because there'd be a lot of industry built on top of Zen, right? Because that's what I mean by to make it make sense. we are looking for people to make Zen every day as much as they can. And then that's why you're going to have people building on top of Zen, because the economy, everyone has their own kitchen. Everyone has their own couch, their own living room. Everybody's living room and kitchen and couch looks different. But they all link up on the weekends, out at a bar, burning some Zen. Outside their super rad fucking living room. Then they go back to their living room and they just keep making the Zen because it's better than working the 9 to 5. Like, this is way bigger than what motherfuckers are expecting it to be, and it's just because they can't understand. They don't understand. My bad, y'all. I haven't even said what's up to the chat. I've just been going crazy. What up, Sun Station? What it do, Rolando? Got my guy Muhammad in the house. What it is? What up, Sandman? In my opinion, if you have Zen on ETH, you should expect the price to increase due to primarily two factors. One, X1 launches and burn mechanism to get XNT. And two, Hart's law when Ethereum pumps. That's a good one. I mean, but you know what's wild about Zen is I don't expect it to be, well, I shouldn't say that, actually, because it's really big. Like look at this map, dog. Look at all these people around the world running X1 already. 182 nodes just running X1. Look at Europe, bussing. America, we can get a little bit more bussing, but I mean, I know what's happening. Everybody's running servers, but it's so wild to watch Europe get online like this. That's where the majority of my hate comes from fucking Europe. I like y'all though. We are all the same. But where my thought is, again, like, the Europeans are jumping on this shit. Like, they're doing this shit at their own house. In America, we're running servers. That's why it looks the way it looks, because ain't nobody got no motherfucking X1 computer components at their crib, bro. Like, are you kidding me? This shit that's like having like rocket material just laying behind, like, oh man, yeah, let me just build this rocket real quick. Like, hold on, I just so happen to have a rocket engine in my fucking garage. Like, that's X1 in America. So people are again, they're more prone to run the script than they are to run the hardware. And that's where I would say the business comes in again. Another app on top of our ecosystem, our network. Are you looking to help decentralize the centralization of cloud mining due to accessibility? Because that's just a UX issue. That's all that is. America will look just like Europe if someone had if Costco had X1 machines. Imagine you go to Costco, you could buy X1 machine, bro. Motherfucker, just plug that bitch in. It makes me wonder, like, why haven't they done that? Like, why can't you go to Costco and get an ant miner, right? Because Bitcoin don't work that way. Bitcoin don't actually work that way, right? Why don't you go to Costco and buy an Ethereum node? Oh, because ETH don't work that way. After the upgrade, we might see it, right? When ETH upgrades, they're going to drop the staking to 1. So you'll be able to stake 1 ETH and start a validator. Now, will you land blocks? I doubt it. Maybe you'll get lucky, but that's what I mean. It's all a gimmick. We know this because all we got to do is go to the homepage on eScan, and you can see there's 1 and 2 builders building blocks all the time. Oh, someone got in there. Our sync builder. Yeah, even Lido can't even get up in there. And I don't know anything about the Titan builder or the Beaver builder. I haven't done any research on this stuff. But I know it now. I can see it now too. I see it now here, and I see it in Bitcoin, where I pointed that out the other day. If you look at Bitcoin, there are only a few data centers with enough resources to actually grab the block, because there's no way you have the resources bitch. You 9 to 5 motherfucker. Like, how in the fuck you thought that? Like, wow, come back to earth. Like, you cannot make a Bitcoin. I'm sorry. You need capital. Because these guys got 3 in a row. They got 3. Well, this isn't mining a Bitcoin, but this is mining the fees from people transacting on the network. And that's where the actual value is, right? That's why Bitcoin is still going. But it's lost its sauce here because you can't scale this part. This is done, you know. They got to hold on it. As long as everything's going good, lights stay on. They got insurance on the machines. They got all that shit to run a business on top of Bitcoin. So, you know, this is what we're answering in X1 with this theory that, like, you know, what if we do take blockchain and make it something that can live in it's the Steve Jobs quote, put a 1,000 songs in your pocket. It's as simple as that. So we're just trying to put a blockchain in your pocket. No one has actually done it yet. And Jack hinted at this when he said that he got the job at Google because he put Linux on a tiny black box. Like, he was able to, like, get Linux to, like, this size. And when you really understand what that means, it just means he cut fat. Like, he figured out a way to cut so much fat off of the ideology of processing that, like, Google said, all right, maybe we might need this dude to help us scale from 0 to 100. Because he knows what 0 looks like. Almost, damn near. That's like how I perceive that story, right? He knew what 0 damn near looked like. So why couldn't he scale that tiny black box into Google, which he did? And then why couldn't, and this is where I'm in the future, why wouldn't you want to scale blockchain with that little black box and put blockchain in pockets when you have that notion totally, this is a total, you know, Solana saga, bruh. All right. This is already happening. He just got a late start because when you look at the technology, the Sol founder, he worked at Qualcomm. They got a wiki on him already. Let's see. Sol blockchain. This is just about that. But now if you look at his bio, he's a good person to read up on. Anatoly. Because, yeah, Anatoly, he came from cell phones. I don't want to say he worked in chips in cell phones. Okay, early life, pre-crypto era. He was, yeah, voice over internet protocol. So he was like studying voice over internet, and then he joined Qualcomm, right? A global leader in wireless technology innovation. So this is why I'm not surprised that he had the vision for the cell phone. What he doesn't have, though, and why X1 actually makes a lot of sense when you put it in this perspective of like the magnitude of what we can do with this, right? Like, I just literally said this. Everybody in Europe got all types of computer parts just hanging out and laying around. Like I see it in the telegrams because everybody's from Europe. Like, there's not a lot of Americans. And they're telling me like, wow, you ain't got computer shit? And I'm like, fuck no, I do not have no computer shit. Like, I'm from America. We got apples, bro. We got Apple shit. Apple said we got you, bro. So I got Apple, you know? And like, when I see this, because I see like faces, if you're really in the community, then you know there's a lot of American flag faces that are obviously not in America because they're using the servers. So it brings up the question, like, why aren't people hardlining X1 in their basement yet? Oh, maybe it's because it's not there yet, right? And it makes a lot of sense because a lot of people still don't understand Solana, which is clearly, you know, like they're clearly telling you what they're about to do. right? Qualcomm guy makes cell phone, right? Google guy makes network. Like literally, they updated the X1 website with that shit. It literally says network. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I always do that. I always. That's my dyslexia. It's XYZ. All right. So when you go to x1.xyz, there's a network button now. And when you click it, it brings up x1val.online. Now, when I had seen it last night, I thought it was going to bring me to Zen.network. But when it brought up this, that's what I'm saying. It's articulating what I believe is the notion. You know what I'm saying? That would be amazing if X1 chain, like we change it, because it doesn't really make any sense. It does make more sense for it to be called X1 network, and that's why you remember that was what we fought for. Right? OKX try to front run us. Oh yeah, they already changed everything up. It's as if it never happened. It's as if it never happened. Oh my God, that's crazy. Dude, Jack Levin is. Are you kidding me? He really went over there and said, change that shit. You type it in, and they made sure that the first 3 that pop up, because people trust this more than they would down here. But they need to delete this Medium article. Oh, they didn't make it, though. Oh, they didn't make it. So now, but see, that's what I mean. The shit is still there. The shit stain's still there, boy. That's what I mean. You can't make a shit stain in crypto and expect not to have a shit stain. Damn. What is this? Guide.xyz/x1? What we got in? Ain't nothing here. Oh, wait. Yeah. Fuck you guys. You try to take our network. Try to front run the network. Got sued. Got motherfucking sued. Now look at you. You're looking like a fuck you. Fuck you, OKX. Not okay. But now you can see what I mean. Like, it really make a lot of sense. If we could have hacked the code on Phantom, which I think is why it didn't happen. EVM was never supposed to work. And the quantum guy knew that. That's why he didn't build with EVM. The quantum dude, I was saying quantum, the Qualcomm builder understood what throughput he's going to need. So he went with a systematic, or with a hardware software relationship rather than a software hardware relationship, right? The hardware comes first in Solana. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you can't afford it. This needs to happen type shit. And it's coming out of America, which is why, like, again, if you missed out on Solana, it's because Europe, in my opinion, controls the actual narrative of crypto for some reason. I don't fucking know why. Like, it just kind of feels that way. And because here in America, it's a different notion. Like, you have the hodler notion on this side. But whenever I talk to an American that seems to be unaligned with principle of understanding, it's usually because they find that toxicity first. Like, and a lot of Americans pumped XRP based on that toxicity of gossip, or like he say, she say, instead of do more research. You feel me? Like, just do some more research. You'll probably figure that shit the fuck out. But if not, like, this flag page for me is very eye-opening. And I'm sure, like, if Asia could be seen and Russia could be seen, that shit would be popping. And it's wild because, again, X1 is gonna be like in America. You feel me? Like, it's gonna be given to e-commerce in America and everywhere else around the world, but really, like, it's gonna be given to e-commerce in America. So again, I think there's no better way to get blockchain to people rather than putting it in their pocket. So that's why I rock with Solana, because they're already on that notion. They got the Steve Jobs juice. I love Steve Jobs. And I've seen this before. One of my classic coins. There, I'll bring it up. because this is where my head's always been. I've always been into Filecoin, and I've always been into network coins, and that's why I liked when Tron bought BitTorrent, because I thought that Justin Sun was gonna bring to life this vision that I have today, that I think we're the closest to, which is everything is crypto. Like your cell phone service is crypto. Like I've tweeted that before, where I'm like, yo, what if you could mine your internet? like, or you put your energy bill towards your internet. You pay a little bit more in energy so your house can mine revenue type shit. That's like literally some smart home, some neo science, next level vibes. But this was this is a classic world coin. See, 2000 this is 18. We had the roar. I was in Dent. But what Dent did was they picked it up. They picked up a way where you could leave your phone on or your internet on, and you'd open up a port so people could give you money and make calls over your port, and that's how their like nodes were working. So it was really cool. It's just like, again, it's just not product market fit. Not a lot of people want to leave their cell phone on and open with the ability for someone to come in and use your internet, in a sense. Like, what are they putting on my internet? So that's why I don't think it really took off. But yeah, this eSIM shit was super smart. Like, this was smart, but like this is now dumb. Because why would I need an eSIM when I can just use an RPC? Like, why would I need an eSIM when I can just literally take my phone and type in like x1.xyz and then boom, or it'll be rpc.x1.x. Damn it, I'm saying it all crazy. rpc.x1.xyz. Like, that's all you would type into your phone, and you have access to like the internet. Because you've got your private keys, and it's telling me that this person is. That's what it would do. Like, it would be like, oh, I see that your private key is associated with some sort of bigger notion to unlock said preference or service to give you access to the network, right? And the network is working on its own. Like, everybody's getting their incentives and shit. So we don't need to leave the network open. Like, that's what I'm saying. That was Dent's problem. Dent is an open ass network. And if it wasn't product market fit, because people want to be private, they want to be closed, they want to be on chain, right? Yeah, all of it's starting to make a lot of sense. Yo, what up, buddy? I love the Steve Jobs juice. Fuck. Pause. We're gonna pause it up. What up, Josh? What it do, bro? Yeah, welcome to the Cabal. Everybody here is in the Cabal. Wait, Costco for baby oil in bulk. Shit. Lucas asks, yo, are you minting Zen? Heck, no, not right now. It's the worst time to mint Zen. I mean, you can mint it for your future, but like, if you're trying to be in profit, you probably won't buy that shit. It's all the you do all the math you want. Give me the math. I need the math for it to make sense now. I don't see it. I only see Zen being worth the mint if we're gonna 4x the G ranks. So that's like, again, that is possible. That means you like Zen, and a lot of people don't like Zen. Like, a lot of people, they don't understand it, so I know they don't like it. And maybe I'm just like about to experience for the first time, like in my life, like being so far ahead of everybody that like I just really watch humanity like fall into the fucking pins. And I'm like, damn, like y'all could have been outside the pen, but maybe that is like something to be seen. Maybe you need to see that so you never go there. That's like a real one. Jack's driving the Lita. What's he driving? The leader? Oh, you're not minting, Luca? Damn, bro, mint up. No, I'm just kidding. You got to make it on your own. Do it how you want to do it. Jack be nimble as fuck Russian. Mafia dog. Jack being Russian is why we have such a heavy influence in Europe. Same with Axel, Zinsu. So Zinsu, he's from Sweden. Zinsu being from Sweden. Again, and this is where I'm at with it. It's actually our fault in America. Our government failed us. Well, they ain't failed me, bitch. I've been here. I've been saying, fight the power. Fight the power. You feel me? I've been on that shit. So I'm here today, like, again, very disappointed in how much education is in America. You know, and in the state of America where motherfuckers, man, I remember when nobody was FanDueling. Man, my FanDuel circle used to be hella tight. Now the FanDuel circle, that shit you'll have 16-year-olds popping up and shit. Like, shit. Fuck. This is crazy. You selling cigarettes to 16-year-olds. If you FanDueling to 16-year-olds, you fucked up. That's why I stopped doing all of that sports betting shit, because it's already rigged anyways. But now it's like rigged to the point where, like, I could see what they're doing in America. They're like putting everybody's mind on the wrong shit, you know, and we getting behind, but we slowly going to come back. Like, as cryptocurrencies, like, that's why, again, it's really important actually for our notion to get pushed into legislation in America, because we need to take back the motherfucking understanding of what's happening here. Too many understandings have been placed in the government, and now it's like made the whole country retarded on like what they could do. But at least they know they need to be here. They know they need to be here. Right? Now we just need to give them what they want. Product market fit. It starts with the tech. Okay? If the tech is not good, no one's going to want to play in your garden. All right? If your soil is shit, literally shit. I'm not talking about compost, bro. If it's shit, no one wants to plant their seeds there. All right? And that's what we've built. We've actually built a super dope garden for a lot of individuals across the world. The world, Craig. You feel me? They all come and hang out in X1 with no borders, no anything. So that network effect is going to be huge. We know it. And that's why, again, I don't think people have enough Zen. And I'm okay with them selling, knowing that information. Because I'm not going to buy $2,000 worth of Zen every day. The fuck? I'm just one dude. And that's how you know our community is still small. Look at the market makers on V3. There's only 112. 112, bro. There's nobody here. Let's look at V2. 122. Put that together. What is that? 234? So 234 market makers. Like, who the fuck is here? Let's go to Solana. Let's just like click one Solana meme. Oh, this one launched 55 minutes ago. Look at this shit. 7,000 makers. Ridiculous. But yeah, that's how you know when the attention arrives, it's going to go crazy. It's going to really go crazy because people won't be able to what do you call it? They're going to rush in and try to do it from every angle. Not realizing like, oh, maybe I should slow down and try to figure out where I am. Right? And then when they slow down, they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. I get it. Again, let me start my Zen savings account. How do I save? How do I get the best position? And they're going to go on that solo journey and get mega educated. And then that's why they're going to always get to the same conclusion. I got to go back to the DEX. Right? Look at Pepe right now. 450 makers. Right? That's just 200 more people coming into Zen. And they got to get to work when they get here. Like, you don't get to Zen World and just take a seat and have a tutorial. You feel me? You walk in, you get a hard hat and a vest. Bitch, here's a tool. Go mine. Like, and it's, oh, shit. You're going to be talking in the mines, and then that's how you're going to learn the game. Straight up. Yo, we need the Zen movie already. Somebody, let's cook up a Zen movie. Who wants to do it? This fool HH. Yo, hail Jack. Hail Jack. Everybody hail Jack. I have mints to claim every weekend in 2025. Woo, no, man, you're lit. Rolando, I love your shit. LOL. Yo, what's up, TM? 263. What's a good amount of Zen to have? What's a good amount of Zen to have? Do you not hear this powerful lecture, bro? The fuck? You can never have enough. There's no limit, bro. There's no limit. Stop thinking there's limits. Actually, I read a pretty funny tweet where somebody was bashing the real market, and what they were saying was like, yo, why the fuck is everybody so fucking bearish? They're like, why don't the KOLs just say Bitcoin's going to $10 million? Like, we all believe it, right? Like, that's what they said. Like, it's going to 10 million. Or, you know, all they had to say is going to 10 million. Everybody would just get on board. But instead, they're like bearish. Like, I don't know about it. See, that's how you know. That's why we all know this shit is tapped, dog. Bitcoin is cool. Again, it's like wearing Jordans. It's like having a nice gold chain, a nice Rolex. One of those. Material. You feel me? It's not a game changer. It's not the game changer, bro. This isn't Kobe in the fourth quarter. Biting the lip. It ain't one of those, bro. Hell nah. This ain't Jeff Gordon. This ain't Jeff Gordon locking in at the end of the race. This ain't it. People are confused. What up, Ernest? In the house. I catch the scream when I get off the plane. Man, you always in flight. You always somewhere high above ground. That's a fact. Oh, what up, Zen enthusiast? What it do? I need to catch up on videos on X1. What's the best one out there? What up, Torrent? I don't even really know, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're in the dungeon right now. Like, if you're in the Zen world right now, you literally have to go and read and relate. Read and relate. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all I'm doing is relation. Like, the fact that I know that X1 chain, right? Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, y'all read and relate. Man, that needs to be on a fucking Cabal t-shirt. Read and relate, because that's probably all I'm doing. But when we look at the validator set in X1 chain, where the fuck are you? What am I trying to look at? Oh yeah, right here. So realistically, when you take away everything about X1 and we try to get to the relationship, right? It's like, okay, I want to relate the black box that Jack once built to what he's building now, because that has to be a part of his journey, because he uses it in his stories, right? Like, I'm a DJ, and I'm gonna use some high level content DJ shit before I DJ to show you I'm high level content. You feel me? Like, what the fuck, right? So there's always some sort of relation to the past and an explanation for someone who's done something huge. And one thing that I realized is how minimized we have a lot of different pieces. One of those being the VMU. Now you can access a mint with no friction of hardware. Just need native coin. Wow, black boxed. Little black box on how to mint, how to make crypto. And then XEN, Python script, Argon 2 hard, memory hard algorithm, meaning it works best in a computer, but it can mine on a CPU. It can mine on a CPU. You just might not get as many blocks as the difficulty rises, but there's actually a little mining algorithm the size of that tiny black box inside of XEN. Right? Again, it's hard. That one's proof of work, so that's a hard realization that you got to go beyond the tiny black box to get the most XEN. That's why that one's going to be the most valuable out of everything. But now let's talk about the node, right? So in the node, they put a lot of ideology on leader selection. And one of the reasons why is because most blockchains don't actually have a Nakamoto coefficient. Most blockchains that already exist, they basically make a quorum of nodes that all work together to keep the network alive. Every single blockchain. The only one that's kind of has a decentralized quorum, but it's fake, is Bitcoin. Because we can obviously see, look at 4 blocks just went through and it all went to the same fucking team. So how decentralized really is the Bitcoin quorum when the UX is telling me it's not decentralized? Like, I literally see this shit. And then the same for Ethereum. If I hit refresh on who's creating the blocks, and I just see there's 2 people hitting the blocks, who is actually mining? There's only 2 people fucking doing the whole thing, or there's only 2 groups doing the whole thing, right? So this is what stops your cell phone from being a fucking mobile device, in my opinion. Now Solana changed it up because it's an SVM, right? And with SVM, they have, in my opinion, solved the fee problem. Because again, you need to lower fees to allow people to move around. You can't, it's a reverse theory where like Bitcoin and Ethereum were like, oh no, you need a high token price so that you secure the network. Which was like, okay, like that was an okay vehicle to get us to here today. But now we get it, like there's too much weight on that safety net for us to believe that it's going to work in our favor, because it's more favorable for other people's agenda. And they can't hide it because it's a public ledger. They can just make sure that nobody understands it. And that's the business logic, right? As long as they don't understand it and we can cover our ground, our cost basis and explanation, then no one will ever look into what the fuck we've been doing. Right. And that's why, again, I think Ethereum offloaded a lot of intelligent people to layer 2s and trapped them over there so that they don't dig into the bullshit that they've created. Shout outs to Solana again for like pushing to be like, yo, we don't give a fuck about what Vitalik is doing. Like, there's this other vision. Right. And the vision that they have is the RPC, because the RPC is what allows you to get to their dynamic fee. Since the RPC allows you to get to, they don't have dynamic fees, excuse me. They have a priority fee. Here, let me see. I got to pull up, Master Zensu. This is the, research and relate of what I'm talking about. Just keep putting the puzzles together. Like everybody, all the pieces are all around, like they're just laying out in the ether. But there's some that's what I mean. Jack and team, they've been looking for product market fit, and they've been finding it, but they haven't found that one. And I think that too, I also think they found it because we solved low key the blockchain trilemma while trying to discover how do we evolve the fee market and keep it profitable for miners. Because that's how you decentralize the chain. That's how you move innovation forward. You have to figure out how to make it acceptable for everyone to join. And even if it's a gamified system, because we're in the dead internet. One man is coming with 1,000 robots. That's on everything. And their intelligence allows them to have less robots maybe, but everybody come up with a robot, right? So what I feel is happening right now that a lot of people don't understand is like, again, we maxed out Bitcoin. We killed it. Like it couldn't handle the traffic, right? They put this here in the Zensu long edit. Let me grab this thing over here. And then same with Ethereum, right? We crushed Eve Moss. They had to remove all the smart contracts. We took over all of the base chain. Right, that was last year in April, right? And we've been doing it. Look at this, solving the Zim spam problem, right? Again, this isn't spam. This is someone using the chain. That's why these things can't get into a cell phone, because can't nobody use it. You can't have. How the fuck you gonna get crypto to cell phones if Zim is a spamming issue? We're not even doing anything. We're literally just setting up C ranks for the future. It just so happens to be we can fill the block up with maximum. And why? And it's like why? This sounds like a bad design. Like it sounds like we're hitting a bad UX, and everybody's trying to deceive everyone by saying our shit is a spam when their shit is trash. right? So if I go back to this thing and put it all together, the fee market is fucked. Everybody's got bad business logic on top of it. They don't want to include nobody. They don't think anybody is going to be able to fix it, right? They're under the perception that we're headed forward in this EVM environment. You got Coinbase also joining. We know they're going to make a Solana fucking layer because they have to. They already had a tipping point a few weeks ago with the Trump launch, right? And I've seen that before. Y'all are new. I've seen multiple times where I couldn't send out of Coinbase to Solana, and it took hours because I knew for a fact that their fucking stake was ass, and they were doing something in the background with the Solana they had on their platform. I seen that shit a long time ago, and it just solidified it that like, oh, Coinbase is weird. Like, they're not going to disclose everything because they're allowed to have like the idiot net, the net of idiots. But in this here, somewhere in here, yeah, this like really explains it though. Man, I just need to find they had the fee thing here. Darn it. It might be kind of gone because I don't know exactly where it is on this long ass blog post. Somewhere here on this long ass blog post though, it talks about the base fee. Oh, you know what I can do? I can go to solXEN. So I just want a visual. Oh, hold up. All right, we lit. All right. Yeah, fee tracker. So like, Solana has this base fee right here, this minimum fee. This is what we exploited with with solXEN. So like in solXEN, which you can read the post here. In solXEN, we snagged like 30% of their block production. Like we were at 30% out of everyone on Solana. We had 30% of Solana in a headlock. And the reason why we were able to do this was because Solana, again, their business logic is that they want to drop the minimum fee, or they don't want there to be a fee market. They want there to be a competition in the validator fee market, right? It's the reverse theory. Instead of making the user pay the expensive fees, you make the validators bring expensive hardware to a low fee environment, and now we're seeing it work, right? It's like the reverse theory. Like, it's 100% different than the other side. Like the way that Bitcoin's fees are structured is literally to push against itself as if it's its own difficulty. And I see this with, again, Zen, XEN, soon XNT. It's its own worst enemy, right? Like if Zen C ranks pump, it's the worst enemy because everybody gets less Zen. Everyone getting less Zen if the C rank pumps and you're not finessing your way into the way the C rank works. That's why I'm not saying, or I'm trying to say you're gonna get more buying now than minting, because there's no formula that shows you making anything from a mint more than you made it a year ago. Like, it's almost like the kumbaya part of Zen is to mint, which is fine. Like, you can go outside and look at the stars under the water, next to the water. Get a vacation, go mint. Clear your mind on how, fucked up the game is. I'm gonna go mint some Zen. The fairest action ever. But there is these harder times where it's a realization that it's its own enemy. Like, you're making mints and no one's following you. So you're your own enemy now. You're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're getting enough, but why wouldn't you put that $50, $100 towards getting a lot? That's just the logic on it now, right? You could put that towards getting ahead and then just stake it. And once you stake it, you can compound that shit every day as long as gas is low. If this is the new normal, right? You can get your position just directly off the fucking DEX. You don't need to wait 400 and something days. But I get it. Like, it's the action. It's the cleansing feeling, because that's why we love Zen so much, because it gives you the ability to own the experience. But I don't know if that's where Jack was going with it. That he realized also that, like, again, Zen works best when everything is stressed. It shines its hardest. And again, it's almost like Zen is the answer or the difficulty on top of difficulties. Because now you can't have, again, Zen on top of Ethereum and have Zen successful without ETH going up in price, because people have to buy the ETH to turn it into Zen. Right? We're in that. That's what I'm saying. Zen is already more valuable than Ethereum, because you're going to buy ETH and turn it into Zen. Whether it's through a mint or a buy, you're going to do that. Now, Zen is the difficulty on ETH, and it's going to help it rise. It's going to actually help Ethereum go up in price. Right? And then what's the fucked up part is these brands have bad business logic. So people won't even probably give Zen the kudos for adding to the difficulty to help push the price, because there's nothing difficult enough on Ethereum for it to look at itself. So it can actually move, right? When difficulty go up, bruh. Price go up with difficulty. That's like literally the notion in Zen. Everything fights against you. If you try to add C ranks, it fights against you. If you go and mint XENblocks, right? I can use it here. It fights against you. If I go to XENblocks and I bring a low amount of VRAM, it's going to use all of it because it's memory intensive, right? But if I bring a lot of VRAM, like this 4090, it's got 24, it's only working at 80% because I don't get an advantage because my shit is stronger than they shit. We all mining from the same pool. It's memory hard. I got too much memory. I'm spending a little too much money, right? But right now, I don't really give a fuck because I just want hash. But in the future, like, that's a notion or a metric people are going to have to pay attention to, that you can't just add to the Zenium network without it going against you by design. Like, you think you're getting an advantage because you're walking in with $1 million, but really the system is dumping it on your head, teaching you a lesson every single time, right? The difficulty. You are the difficulty. So Solana, in my personal opinion, removed that shit. They removed the user from being the difficulty. Now the difficulty is on the product, right? So if I go to Radium now, right? If I go to Radium, now Radium is going to offer me this little tab so I can choose what I want. You know, priority fees, you know, get a better, you know what I'm saying? Get a better deal here. Same with this, you know, sets your slippage. And then this is what I'm talking about. RPC connection. Because even the apps have learned now, fuck, I need more nodes so that I can run a better business, so I don't have to rely on these choke points of RPCs as they grow, right? Like Helios is still trying to grow their RPC. Triton is still trying to grow their RPC, right? You could do a custom one, this is where I'm saying, like, that custom button, that's X1 in Solana world. If you're in Solana world, you're gonna be like, man, I'm doing custom, and then it'll be like, I wonder if it works. Do RPC dot X1 dot XYZ. It's an invalid RPC node. They might have set it up so that it doesn't fucking leave their garden, which would be, I would understand that, you know. Like, I just came in and tried to brute force my shit into here. But yeah, this is what I'm saying about the business logic in Solana. Solana makes sure that everybody has access, and then they put it on businesses to create better logic for their specific needs. And then since those businesses can create that logic on their specific needs, it allows for them to have a robust, fast system. It's just fucked because it's centralized. Now, like, this is where our network comes in, because they got it off the ground, right? They brute forced the notion into the existence. It's here now. Users don't give a fuck about what the ideology is, where they are, and they definitely do not want to be the difficulty. aka the exit liquidity. They understand that shit now. These new people coming in, they understand they are the difficulty. I don't know how they understand it. Because I just ran in, I just bought shit. But now people will be like, like I was saying, like, why don't they just say it's going to go up to $5,000? Like, the whole market would follow. Like, why are they bearish? Like, who's got control on this where we know what the outcome should be, but it's bearish? And if you look at Solana, again, Solana looks like it has a lot of ways down, but look how like it's maintaining its like 200, 100 range. That shit is crazy compared to like Ethereum, which could totally just like bust down past like 2,500 and then bust down all the way to 1,600. Like, that's fucking huge, bro. That's a huge bust down from like compared to like Solana just dropping an extra $100 if it wanted to do that. Like, if it wanted to go down here, it's not that large of a move because of how small the numbers are. And the same goes for like Bitcoin. Like, it's a devastating blow if Bitcoin goes all the way down to 84 from 95. Like, we're looking at $10,000 worth of value just fucked. And then if it goes lower, like, oh man, 20,000, it's pretty nuts, you know? So that's why I'm like, I'm not necessarily bearish on the market, but I do see that there's a lot of people following business nasty logic, rather than putting it all together and realizing like why is Solana able to drop a phone with their full chest? Whole chest in the chat, bro. Put the chest in the chat. You feel me? Like, that's what they're doing. They don't give a fuck if you're not down for the phone. It's coming out because they got RPC control, right? And I think that's why they needed to collude their nodes together more, in my personal opinion. Like, I'm okay with their validator concepts because I don't believe this part can be decentralized. You get me? Like, I'm okay with riding with the Qualcomm developer to see the birth of the first blockchain cell phone, like, for real. Like, the oh shit, it's in our pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, I that would be amazing. It would be amazing, amazing, amazing. So I have to root for something like that. And it makes a lot of sense why it is the way it is, right? When you look at it, there's not a lot of validators. Oops. On Solana, let me see. Does it show the validators here? Oh yeah, I shouldn't say there's not a lot, but there's 1,464 validators, right? Now, if you go to the leader schedule, I think this is it, right? If I go here, is this supposed to show me who's making them? Yeah. So you'll see like, okay, yeah. So this leader schedule, these blocks, these are the people getting the blocks, right? You see Fragment getting some, Galaxy, you see Coinbase pops up sometimes. But do you see how even in this magnitude of understanding blockchain, how much more decentralized this shit is compared to like the Ethereum shit, the Bitcoin shit? Like, yeah, and then I mean, that's what I'm saying. We know what is up. People are going to make mad validators, and they're going to be trying to get this fee market because we have dynamic fees. The problem with Solana is this is why they have the largest stake to the biggest validators. Right. And that stake weight is only 21, I believe. So like all of these people can like do it, which is fine. It's like a big page. But what the game would be is reaching the Nakamoto consensus, similar to what we have going on, where there's 176 available nodes for block production. Like really available, like standby. Like, yo, send me a ping, bro. Send me a ping. Like, that's like the X1 network compared to the Solana network. Like, the Solana network is gated the nodes on purpose so that they have more control of the RPC, where rather than because they have to control the fee market. If they don't have control, and the control on the fee market is it has to be base. You know what I'm saying? Like, it cannot rise. So that's why they're controlling that part in the ideology of not adding more innovation behind the fee. So you're getting insert X1, which is looking to calculate fees better in this environment of scale, right? Because now we know, okay, we can actually even scale nodes if we have the right formula to make sure that everybody can get a block. Because there's going to be blocks raining from the sky. What was I looking at? I think I posted it. This is how fast blocks are going to be moving through X1. I got to find the post. Did Tim Cook? What? A newest member of the family. Whoa, what's Apple about to drop? Anybody got any intel on what Apple's going to drop? I'm not in that camp anymore. I just own the products. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to pin this. Big ups. If you're on that, if you're anywhere right now just listening, hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, bro. Yeah, go listen to this too. This is what I'm saying. Go tap in with the Cabal chat yesterday. We talked about the saving account logic that I'm talking about right now. Like anytime you're interacting in Zen, you're pretty much this your savings account. And like how you move around, bro, like you could fuck your shit. Like get good at it. Find your way. Oh, here we go. I got too much stuff up. All right, cool. So yeah. So this is the X1 Explorer. I'll drop it in the chat. Priority. That priority. Yo, bro, are you planning on renting out a server for being a validator? I would recommend being a validator. I'm starting to get one because it's not hard. Yeah. I mean, I was gonna I want to make a validator, but I like how I'm like articulating this notion that maybe I need to do it at my house. Maybe I need to. Like maybe I should. Like I was at Costco, and that's what I mean. I was at Costco. I was looking at their computer machines because I never seen it the way they've been doing it lately. Like they've really been packing them bitches with a hella tech inside. And I'm like, yo, I get it that like the gaming thing is a notion, but it's almost as if like they've learned how to sell the gaming machine. And the gaming machine is the best one for X1 node. Right? You need at least a 12 core processor. You're going to need at least 128 gigabytes of RAM. And you're going to need a 4 terabyte NVMe SSD. Okay? And that's because you got to remember, you're putting a Ferrari into the sky, bro. So I kind of want to just do it and build it at the crib. And then maybe like if it's really successful, I'm vibing, I'll start to spawn more of them and try to, and again, and play the fee market. Cause that's where we're going to have a lot of revenue coming in for participants in the Zen ecosystem. Or in the X1 ecosystem, you're more likely to catch a block on our consensus than you are on any other consensus. And our blocks are going to be coming in by the second. So there's no reason to think that you won't get one because it's not classic crypto where it takes 10 seconds for a fucking block to show up. Look at this shit. This X1 chain right now. Look at these blocks just blocking. Blocks just blocking. They're just blocking. You know? So recommended. It costs about $4,000 to $5,000 for validator hardware if you go to the server route. And see, that's not even bad when you really think about it. $4,000 to $5,000, bro. That's like $10,000, or that's like 10 billion Zen, or some shit right now. It's like, yeah. All right, my bad. No. Let me take that back. That's like 50 billion Zen on Ethereum. Either you buy 50 billion Zen on Ethereum and stake it, or you can get a X1 node. Like, which one you gonna do? You know, and that's why it's another game in that sector of hardware, Because who's to say Jack won't be like, fuck it, man. Let's drop the node. Let's do a physical node. Because they have X1 Labs. So they could totally build a consumer grade product to expand the network. That's totally on the table. There's totally abilities. That's access granted already. Where's the pitch deck? Look at it. Man, it's clocking over there. They doing numbers over there. So yeah, get Zenucation. Get your Zenucation. All right, because they sleeping on us. They don't get it that we understand the fee market, right? 500 and this is before everyone shows up too. And what they're doing right now is they're running a stress test on the network where they're just feeding it mad transactions, spamming it hard. They've been doing this shit for a while because if this consistency stays up, the network actually gets faster when it releases. Because if people show up and they're moving slow, you feel me? Like a lot of the Zenians are coming from Ethereum, and they're gonna be moving mad slow. Like, that's how everyone's gonna be moving, right? And then out of nowhere, the Solana crew will show up, and then it's just gonna go like, and then everybody's probably gonna be trying to jump in, dude, getting into the fucking validator set, because that's what happens if they pump the transactions. All they gotta do is release Zen. Hello, like it's already built in. Like you release Zen on X1, and now the fees go crazy, and you wish you were the validator at that point, because you'd have been racking up the XNT that you could just restake into your validator. Or you could take that XNT, you can get into XEN, or you could take that and put that into liquidity action, or you could take that off the platform, put it into some other shit like Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, Zen, whatever you want to do. The game continues. Yo, shout out SunStation for the 5. Hey man, now I just need $4,995 more dollars, and we're turned. And the Crypto Bread node is live. But yeah, no. I'm really looking at trying to get the hardware. So big ups for the 5, bro. I respect that. Yo, like that shit for SunStation. But yo, we've been talking a lot about X1. What I do want to do is I want to talk about the Zen burner real quick before we wrap it up. Tree City West. He's been concentrating on this. And I didn't know what the website looked like. So the website looked great, bro. Looked like a good website. Not look like. It's a good website. He's got the light book here. And then he's got the Telegram and the X account here if you want to follow it. Now, the catch of this one, and the reason why I want to say this till last, because, you know, if you're a real one, you're still here. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours, right? This is going to be on CBZen. All right, it's going to go over a lot of people's heads. This is going to be on CBZen, which I think is perfect because the gas fees are cheap and the Zen is cheap as fuck. So we're going to see what's going to happen. But I haven't tapped in on his theory in a long time, so let's just go ahead and take a look at it real quick. This is the Git book. I'll put that in the chat too if you just want to click the link so you can jump in on it. But yeah, we're going to have burners, man. This is what I'm saying. Burners are going to show up, and it's going to bring another application to the Zen world because it's going to be fun to be able to get Zen and then do something else with it again. Like, that will never go away. And, of course, there's a benefit here for devs. So let's see what's up. He says, or the app says, here, we'll blow it up a little bit more. So intro to XBurn. Zen Burner is a base chain project designed to enhance the Zen ecosystem through a unique deflationary model while also integrating with X1 blockchain. The protocol operates by burning Zen tokens and rewarding users with a new token, XBurn. Additionally, users who burn Zen through Zen Burner qualify for X1 blockchain airdrops, ensuring direct allocation benefits. Ooh, I like that. Unlike traditional burning mechanisms where the contract burns tokens itself, Zen burner burns Zen as the user. Ooh. Let's read that back one more time. Unlike traditional burning mechanisms where the contract burns tokens itself, Zen burner burns Zen as the user. Ooh. This means that the burned Zen is attributed directly to the user's wallet, ensuring they receive full credit for the X1 airdrop allocation while also participating in Zen burner's reward cycles. Nice. All right, let's break it down. You're going to probably have to read that a few times. I know, you're going to have to read it a few times. Why is burning Zen important? Zen is an inflationary token, meaning supply can increase over time. Without mechanisms to control the inflation, excessive supply could impact its value for long-term viability. By burning Zen, Zen burner helps to increase scarcity, enhance tokenomics, encourage community participation, support liquidity growth, and qualify for your X1 airdrops. Nice. All right. Liquidity is, and why does it matter? What is liquidity and why does it matter? Let's see. In cryptocurrency, liquidity refers to how easy a token can be bought or sold on a market without causing significant price fluctuation. A well-functioning liquidity pool ensures stable pricing and efficient trading. Zen burner contributes to liquidity through initiating liquidity seeding. Okay. All right, let's start here. We're going to do this one more time just so we can understand it. Zen burner contributes to liquidity through initial liquidity seeding. The protocol sets up a liquidity pool for XBurn versus Zen, XBurn and Zen, on a decentralized exchange. Ongoing liquidity contributions. Every swap event strengthens the pool by exchanging accumulated Zen for XBurn. Whoa. Okay, hold on. What's this say? Let's run that one more time. Ongoing liquidity contribution. Every swap event strengthens the pool by exchanging accumulated Zen for XBurn. Whoa. I gotta see this. User incentive. Participants who trigger swaps earn rewards, ensuring an active and self-sustaining market. Steps to burning Zen for XBurn. Engage with the Zen burner. Engage with the Zen burner, simple and designed for both new and experienced crypto users. So you just go to Zen burn, connect your wallet, specify the burn amount, how much Zen you want to burn. Then you confirm the transaction. The process follows this split. 80% of the Zen burned immediately via the Zen contract. 20% is stored in the Zen burner for future swaps. Super simple. Let's go. We're gonna keep going in on it though. Like we'll bring it back around if we need to. Receiving XBurn rewards. After Zen is burned, the burner contract automatically notifies the system, and the XBurn tokens are minted according to the burn ratio. For every 1 million Zen burned, 1 XBurn is minted. Distribution. XBurn is sent directly to the user's wallet. Nice. Airdrop eligibility. Because Zen is burned as the user, airdrops for X1 blockchain are credited directly to the user's wallet. So you burn 1 million Zen and get 1 XZen, and then you're gonna get the burn for the whole thing. And then what it's gonna do is, I don't know, I guess it's allocating 20% from the burn for future swaps. So maybe one day, we'll see what this does. I haven't put the math together on that yet, but I can see where we're going with this. The math is somewhere. The math will math in a second. Burns and swap cycles, self-sustaining system. The innovative dual burn structure ensures that Zen and X burn continuously reduce in supply. Here's how it works. Users burn Zen and receive X burn. The contract accumulates Zen for future swaps. Okay, so, and I mean, that's what I mean. Unless it's like I burn a bill, maybe we might need to break it down, hash it out in the future. It's like if I burn 1 million Zen, am I burning 80 million really? You know, and the other 20 million is like, again, the contract, so like to help the contract stay alive and give you, because you could think of this as an emission dApp, and people will make these. It makes a lot of sense to like brand or build a contract on top of the emission to get into X1 chain, and making it decentralized and fair is gonna be huge, because there will be so many of these that the flywheel is what we're trying to discover now. Like who can make the biggest burn flywheel that lasts forever, and we're just gonna have to throw them out to find out the fucking formulas. You know what I'm saying? So we'll hash it out and see how that works. But yeah, essentially that's what it would be. It would be like I'm thinking like a 20% tax on your initial. So you got to know that like I'm burning what I'm burning, but I'm 20% of it is going to the game. I'm charging it to the game, but the game is the liquidity pool. You're putting it directly into liquidity. It ain't going to nobody else, right? It's going to whoever want to buy it off the Zen. Or they got to use X burn to buy it from that pool, essentially, right? So let's just keep it going. Once 100 billion Zen is collected, the swap function is triggered. Oh, okay. So sending over. Okay, so I put in a million. It's sending 20 million over. Or it's sending, my bad. I'm saying millions. Okay, I'm just going to use 10 million so I can use millions. Fuck, which one should I use? I'll use his sample. So we'll fix our brain. Okay, so 800,000 Zen is going to the pool. 200,000 Zen is going to the contract. Once that 200,000 Zen out of 1 million, if that's the you know, our medium or whatever, once it reaches that pool of 200,000 Zen, once it reaches 100 billion Zen, a swap function is triggered, right? A community member initiates the swap function and earns a 5% reward. Oh, nice. You get 5% of the 100 billion. The remaining 95% of the Zen is swapped for X burn and instantly burned. Whoa. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yup, there it is. See, I was like, the math will math eventually. The math will math, right? That 20% that you're losing essentially on the initial, it's just it'll come back in compounded interest on the X burn, because again, like I see the flywheel. The flywheel is the CBZ is so accessible that again, you're better off if you're trying to burn Zen is on the side chains. And waiting for the moon party, you're going up against the whole network. You're going up against VPN, X, solXEN, all the Zens, and whatever the fuck else they decide to add to the moon energy, right? So it is like you want to save it up for the moon party, but if people do start to deliver programs or applications that actually give you, like I'm saying, these are the 2.0 versions of the Zen mints or Zen burners. Right, we had the first ones where it was about not having an owner, but we haven't yet started to see the ones where it's like trying to eat itself. Right, that community left. They didn't want to build on Zen. They thought it was too hyperinflationary. So shout out to X Burn for being one of the first Zen dApps to release that's trying to eat itself. That's what that does. The remaining 95% of the Zen is swapped for X burn and burn instantly, because then all that X burn is going to be swapped. And if CB Zen is rising in price, again, it's going to bring up X burn, and then it's just going to eat itself, right? The cycle repeats, continuously reducing the supply by incentivizing user participation. That's pretty awesome. That's actually pretty cool. The bigger picture, a sustainable ecosystem by integrating deflationary mechanisms, incentivizes burns and liquidity enhanced swaps. XBurn ensures that Zen and XBurn remain valuable and dynamic assets in the crypto space. Additionally, X1 blockchain airdrop integration provides added incentive for users to burn Zen, maximizing rewards while supporting a deflationary model. Whether you're a trader, a long-term holder, or an ecosystem participant, Zen Burner provides a transparent, automatic way to engage with the Zen and X1 economy. Whoa. Fire. This is going to be on fire. What up, Tree? He says, basically 100 billion Zen gets added to the XBurn Zen LP, and whoever calls the burn function gets 5% of the pot. Okay. So eventually the LP, oh my God. Wait, so you're basically saying one day the LP will have 100 billion Zen in it because of how much people burn. And then when they burn it, it's going to remove that, like that 100 billion from CB Zen's, from that specific pool. You feel me? Whoa. You don't have enough Zen, bro. We'll see if this works. This sounds fun, dude. This is I know it's gonna work, but I would love to see this on Ethereum. Maybe you tweak the numbers. I like how low all your numbers are, though. I don't know. We'll see how the math goes. I fucking love the numbers. How about that? The contract swap, since a Zen swaps the Zen into an LP for X burn and burns the X burn. The contract swaps Zen into an LP for X burn and burns the X burn. So there should always be Zen in the LP to trade for X burn. You could essentially burn Zen forever. Just less and less over time. But yeah, 100 billion CB Zen is like $50. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That could get crazy real quick. But it could also, this is like a fun thought because it could get people moving. A lot of people sit in the stake, and if the opportunity is there to do something, they're gonna do it. They're not gonna act like it doesn't work like that. I like that intro though. So you can go and read up more about it, but that's essentially the meat and potatoes. Stat and interface. Oh man, you going crazy. You giving us the fucking programs. You're fire. You're on top. You're on 10, dog. Yeah, this is gonna be epic. I'm with it. I got CB Zen ready. I'm compounding. Again, we've changed up our vision on this, okay? We doing a different vision now. We doing daily compound. Get a bag, daily compound. Get a bag, daily compound. Start your savings account on whatever chain you want, and then beg Tree City West, please bring Zen Burner the Phantom. The Pulse chain. Just know if it shows up, it's gonna clog the chain up. So be ready. Be careful what you ask for. Zen accumulates, and when someone calls the buy and burn, the contract trades the Zen for X burn, and then burns the X burn to get it back. Okay, hold on. We got to understand that part, bro. That's some dev shit right there. That's the dev part. The contract trades for the Zen. Oh, wait, my bad. I'm saying it wrong. Okay, the contract trades the Zen for X burn and then burns X burn to get it back. I don't understand that part. So 100 billion Zen goes in. Somebody goes, I'm going to trigger it. It sells the Zen into X burn. Essentially, that would bring down the price of CB Zen because it's going to sell Zen into X burn, but then it's going to kind of capsule or storage, it's going to compound that 100 billion Zen into that burn ratio of X burn. That's kind of how I'm envisioning it. Like on a how the systems have a yin and yang. Like the yin and yang is X burner burns Zen, but it also takes Zen, so that later on it can use that Zen as purchase power, right? But then it's using that purchase power to buy and burn rather than buy and redistribute. So that's actually pretty dope. Oh wait, it's not selling CB Zen to ETH. It's using the LP pool it created. Oh yeah, that's what I mean though. The route would eventually go there. You know, you got it above. The LP is Zen is X burn and Zen, and it's using Zen on the contract. Yeah, I understand that part, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if it gets so deep, it would go to this one. Like if X burner is burning, or if X burner is popular and hella people are dropping Zen into it, it becomes essentially that's what I'm saying. It becomes something where it's sell pressure. But what's wild about the sell pressure, right? It's like, yeah, it's there because there's something selling it, but it's storing, like X burn almost is like storing the value of the 100 billion Zen in that moment, because you don't know how many 100 billion Zen batches are going to come through the Zen burner, and like you don't know who's going to add liquidity. You don't know how fast the Zen's going to move. There's actually a lot of quantum variables in this of you know, how expensive is 100 billion Zen on CB Zen if it's only $50 right now, knowing that it's going to be $50 always being put into X burn, and then X burn could like live its own life on CB Zen, or not CB Zen, on base, where it's like up here. Like, I mean, this is on you, Tree, if you want to pay the DEX and have it show up here and everybody can see it because it's got crazy activity. I didn't ever think of it like that though, but yeah, it's like a good way to prove an autonomous action is occurring for value, because now that autonomous action is what's the most valuable. If people overburn, because it's too easy to burn Zen, we see that right here. Oh yeah, you'll get added. Ayo, you're about to get added to the burn dashboard. Look at CB Zen. I imagine a liquidity web where with XBurn and Zen as the center, and then the contract XBurn, the contract buys XBurn, which pumps the pool and all the pools around it. Yeah, I mean, I could see that one too. You know what's crazy? It's like when you think about it, it's like, wait, but it's like pumping just based on math. It's not like pumping based on value. But that's PTGC right now. PTGC is pumping based on math. It's not pumping based on value because it's on post chain. So it's like almost like you want to take that out of that environment. But again, the liquidity web is what makes it have the mathematics so that it's powerful. So it almost is like an X burn is a Trojan horse to kind of revamp that experience if you really put it into perspective, because it will become such a deep liquidity web, but it's still more likely to pick where people are the heaviest in CB Zen. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, and then you know what else is gonna get here? Then you're gonna, yeah, it's gonna web everything together. This is what CB Zen should have done, but they didn't think of it like this. Wow, yeah, this is way better than the ecosystem they built. And it's more transparent. Damn, Tree, you hooked it the fuck up. Whoa. That's the only reason I don't like what CB Zen is doing. I don't like how they have to press the button. Like, because it makes me feel like they can run away. Button. Oh, maybe they forgot to edit that part. And that's what I mean. There's no hate on it, but like, I mean, because you know, you do whatever you want to do. Nah, you cook, bro. You hella cook. See, in their system, it's CB SYN token is built on base network like OPSYN. It aims to fully support liquidity and sustainable burning for the CB Zen token. The CBZen token is designed in many ways to be an excellent, unique feature and incentivize users to hold tokens. The CBZen token will operate in the economy more efficiently than other peer tokens on the market. Okay. Okay. It's not fair crypto. They got liquidity reserve. No, I'm just kidding. Liquidity burn, community, liquidity reserve. We strongly commit to our community for our long-term presence. To do this, we will burn liquidity. Currently, 2 liquidity pools, CBZen ETH and CBZen OP Zen, with 40% of the total CBZen token supply. These liquid pools will be burned. So you see what I mean? Like, bro, you actually kind of invented like you really invented a better way of doing the liquidity and like bootstrapping the future of the coin that's getting the injection of the liquidity, right? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, you're bootstrapping X burn with 100 billion Zen, right? And then with your math, 1 million Zen is 1 X burn. So technically, this is bootstrapping 100. Let me see. I mean that's 100 million. So I'm gonna add billion. So yeah, 1 billion, right? Man, I need my calculator. My mind is shutting down because I've been streaming for too long. My mind is like, dude, wait, what? Math? You need to get your ass in the gym. What's my mind saying right now? Somebody do the math. I can't do the math. I'm just gonna do times 1%. Yeah, so 1 billion. Okay. Fuck. I couldn't. I knew it was 1 billion. I just don't want to be wrong. But 1 billion. So you're gonna get 1 billion X burn for 100 million or for 100 billion Zen. So the parity of X burn will always be with that 100 billion Zen. And if it falls below that, it's smarter to burn or to buy X burn to be in for the pump when it dumps the Zen and buys back X burn. Like, that's like an event that will continuously happen, because if people keep burning, or like, again, like, you could actually build even a dApp on top of this idea that feeds this. Like, you could build a X burn dApp that also incorporates Zen that goes directly into this, and you're using both tokens and you keep the flywheel going. But you see what I mean? Like, this one, they put all the coins, or like, there's no speculation. Like, all the coins are in the liquidity pool, so you can't speculate on that. Like, because you know it works out the way it works out. But with this one, we don't know how much Zen is gonna get burned. We don't know what the waiting period is between a lot of X burn and a lot of Zen, or like the threshold of Zen coins. Like, how many more Zen coins like do we need to go? Like, CBZen is so expensive, right? And then that means that X burn would cease to be created. It'd be capped, because no one's burning Zen, so no one's making X burn. So if it has buying power, you know, it's just gonna go up. I still need to finalize the numbers. At first, I was doing 50% burn, 50% tax. I want to get feedback on the numbers. More tax equals higher burn, more green candles, but people also want credit for their burn, so they got to find a sweet spot. Yeah, you know, like, yeah, that you got to find a sweet spot right there where they get the credit and they get the dopamine. Because, yeah, that, bro, I mean, yeah, bro, what you have already, though, to be honest, just on some hash out shit right now on channel, this is already very primed for that, again, bridging or pairing of two different things that are already not existent, right? So you can always, I think, like, if you keep it, like, because you could always create another token, like XBurn2, that is the tax coin, that's more risky than XBurn, because this one is so basic, and it's almost like that's the Zen way. Like the Zen way is to drop the basic joint, see what happens with the quantum, and then like tweak it later. Tweak it as you go. Yes, bruh. I have an XBurn interface like Zen does that keeps XBurn records. Oh, okay. This is just in the intro page, by the way. LOL, if you click the other sections, the FAQ is funny. What's funny about it? Now I'm gonna let everybody else go and dive in on it though, because that's what I say. You're. This is cool. I'm happy you put this together. I'm happy that this came out the way it's out right now. It looks and articulates very successfully. And I can't wait for you to figure out what you want to do next. Like if you want to do test phase and build some hype, or if you just want to drop it on their heads and just like let the game be the games. Because we know X1 is coming. And again, to put emphasis on this game, we know X1 is coming, but this is in CBZen world. So X1 is not as desirable as a burn here than it is on ETH. So we're gonna need dApps that burn with incentive to push like the whole game forward. And again, that's what the competition is between XBurn and the Moon Party. You'll probably have less people in XBurn than you would the Moon Party. So your Zen would go a further way burning in XBurn than it would in the Moon Party on CBZen. But you can come to that conclusion. I already know that's what the fuck it's gonna be. Bitch, we from the future. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 22 minutes. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.